Hello student, welcome to your science class students. So students, in the previous class in this chapter, that is light, in which we are discussing about the reflection of a light, we were talking about students about that of the convex mirror. We have seen that what are the different rules, which is really important to understand that of the formation of the images. Then we undergo and try to understand that what kind of an image is formed when we keep the object at a different positions. So basically, in case of a convex mirror, there are only two different positions are there, student. First one is when the object is kept between pole to that of the infinity, then the image formed here, it will be between pole and infinity, so image will be between that of the focus and the pole. Second one, it will be pole and focus. And the kind of a object, kind of a image formed, student, obviously the image is formed behind the mirror between pole and focus, so it will be virtual and erect also, and the size of the image, it will be smaller, it will be highly diminished, or we can say here diminished. Okay, diminished image will be formed, students. So this is the first condition. The second condition is that, okay, we have seen the first one in which we are keeping the object between pole and infinity, and here at the second one we will keep the object at infinity. So when we keep the object at infinity, what happens? The kind of an image will be formed here, it will be at focus. Image is formed at focus. So we can say here, when the object is kept at infinity, the image is at focus. Here the nature of the image will be virtual and erect again, and the size will be highly diminished. So these are the only two conditions that we can see in case of a convex mirror, students. Then we were talking about the uses of the convex mirror, and we have seen that the first use, and that is that these convex mirror basically used as the rear view mirror. Rear view mirror, students, it means in the vehicles, you see there is a mirror which we called as a rear view. Basically it help in covering that of the wide range of a traffic, and help that of the, and that will help in focusing on that of the rear view. So with the help of this convex mirror, a wide range of the thing, a wide range of an area can be seen easily. Question arises that why not we are choosing the concave mirror? Why not we are choosing a plane mirror for making the rear view mirror? So the first one, why we are using the convex mirror, students? So the reason is, in case of a convex mirror, the first benefit that it is forming the image which is virtual and erect. And the second one is that it helps in covering the wide range of an area into that of the mirror. These are the two things. In case of a concave mirror, students, image is formed, it will be real and inverted. You know that until and unless the object comes very near to that of a convex mirror, all the images formed will be real and inverted. So here the image will be formed is the real and inverted. And in case of a plane mirror, okay, it will form a virtual and erect image, but that will not going to make image a diminished image. So it will not help in covering a wide range of an area in that of the rear view, but it will produce the same size. So we can say here that the image formed here, it will be we are not able to see all the things very clearly. It will not help in making the correct image of that of the wide range of area, students. Okay, so this is the thing that we have learned up to here of that of the convex mirror. Now let us see here again the uses of the mirror, uses of convex mirror. And in this one, the second case, it will be Big convex mirror are used as a big convex mirror are used as shop security mirrors. Shop security mirrors. Shop security mirrors, students. Okay. So by installing a big convex mirror, it will be easy for the shopkeepers to see the entire area of that particular area. That will help in protecting their shop. So we can say that they used to keep the keep an eye on its shop with the help of this large convex mirror, students. Okay, so shopkeepers, we can write it here that by installing a big convex mirror, by installing a big convex mirror at a strategic point in a shop, at a point I'm writing here, at a point in a shop, helps them to keep an eye on customer to look for thieves and shoplifters. Okay, by installing a big convex mirror at a point in a shop helps them to keep an eye on customer to look for thieves and shoplifters. Okay, these are what, students, these are the different uses of that of the convex mirror. Now let us try to understand here a new concept, that how can we distinguish between the three mirrors, that is concave, convex and plane mirror. So distinguish between plane, concave and convex mirror. You will say that, okay, we will touch it. If you are having all the three mirrors, we will touch it. If it is showing some depression, then we will say that it will be a concave mirror. If it is bulges out little bit, we will say it will be a convex mirror. And if it is a plain one, then we will say it's a plane mirror. Okay. With touching, it will be quite easy also. Yes, it will be very easy to understand. But here we are distinguishing between the plane, concave and convex mirror without touching it. Without convex mirror, without touching it. Okay, so how can we say that? With the help of the images formed by it. The kind of images help us in distinguishing between the plane mirror, concave and that of the convex mirror. So we can write it here, that is, plane mirror will produce A plane mirror will produce an image of the same size as our face. Means it looks very normal, as our face looks normal. Normal here, it means the exact size, whatever will be the size there. Next one, students, if we talk about a concave mirror. So, in case of a concave mirror will produce a magnified image. Produce a magnified image. It means, and our face looks bigger in size. So when we use that of the concave mirror and when we keep it very close to us, we will find that our size of the image will be enlarged. Okay, it is magnified image. In case of a plane mirror, it will look very normal. As whatever the size it will be, it will remain the same. And third one is convex mirror. What happens in case of a convex mirror? So, convex mirror will produce a diminished image. And our face looks smaller in size. So concave mirror will produce a magnified image, convex mirror will produce a diminished image, and due to which the one in which the face looks bigger in size, the second one in which the face looks smaller in size. So by using these two methods, we are able to understand the difference between the plane mirror, concave and convex mirror. Means by touching it and when without touching, we can see the kind of an image formed by it. Moving on and see again here the numericals, which is based on that of the mirror formula. Mirror formula. So, to solve the numericals which is on the basis of a mirror formula, what are the things that we have to keep in our mind? Here, you will be negative because you know that. See, before we go further, if you see the diagram, it will be much easier for us to understand the concept. So here, if this is the pole, students, this is the pole. Here, if the object is always kept at the left side, so U will be negative. Now the focus is always at the right side, so F focal length, because pole to focus will be what? That is the focal length. So focal length will always be positive. Focal length is always be positive. This is the center of curvature. And then the next one, the image is always formed at the right side, students. So obviously we will always be negative. Sorry, always be positive. That will also be always be positive. So these are the three things that we have understood. First thing, students, that you will always be negative because we are keeping the object in front of the mirror always. Now, when we see that of the focal length, so here it is having the virtual focus, so the focal length will be positive and we will also be positive again. Okay, now let us see some of the questions which is related to the mirror formula. Okay, so a question is there, students, that is an object 5 centimeter high is placed 5 centimeter high is placed at a distance of 10 centimeter from a convex mirror of radius of curvature of 30. Find 30 centimeter. Find nature, position and size of the image. Find nature, position and size of image. What are the things which is given here? So the first thing is given, student, that object is kept 5 centimeter high at a place of a distance of 10 centimeter from the convex mirror. So distance of 10 centimeter. So object distance is given. Which is represented by U. This will be equals to minus 10 centimeter. Why I am writing minus 10? Because we know that we are keeping the object at the left side of the mirror. So it will be minus 10 centimeter. Second one will be, students, that is the thing which is given here. It is height. So object height is also given here. So object height, we know that we used to represent the object height, that is the size of the object. It will be represented by H1. It will be equals to 5 centimeter. So we all also knew about that object is always the positive because it is at the above to the principal axis. So here it will be 5 centimeter only. Okay, H1 will be equals to 5 centimeter plus 5 centimeter. What is the other thing which is given here, students? That is radius of curvature. The radius of curvature is given, that is 30 centimeter. The thing which is not given, V, image distance, H2, size of the image. Okay, these all are the things which is not given. Other thing, magnification, that is also not given. We have to find the nature, what kind of a nature it is, position, that is the image distance, and size, that is H2. Okay, these are the things that we have to find it. Now you see here, students, other thing I am dropping it, and I'll show you here one thing, and that is the radius of curvature. Now how, with the help of the radius of a curvature, remember then when we have started with the object with that of the concave mirrors, and to understand the rules, we have seen here a formula in which F is related to radius of curvature, that is equals to R by 2. This is the relationship between the focal length and the radius of curvature, student. So with the help of this, we are able to get the value of the focal length. So f will be equals to, radius is 30 divided by 2. Okay. So 30 centimeter divided by 2 here. This will help in giving f is equals to 15 centimeter. What it will be? It will be positive. Now we got the value of the object distance as well as the focal length. Now it is easy to find the value of the image distance, students. Yes. Using the mirror formula, one by v plus 1 by u is equals to 1 by f. This is the formula, mirror formula, students. Now putting the value 1 by v, that we have to find plus 1 by u is 10 centimeter minus 10 centimeter is equals to 1 by f was 15. Now this we can also write it as it as 1 by v minus 1 by 10 is equals to 1 by 15. Now this 1 by 10 minus 1 by 10 will goes to this direction, and it will minus will become here plus. So 1 by v is equals to 1 by 15 plus 1 by 10. Okay. 1 by 15 plus 1 by 10. Now taking an LCM here, the thing that we will get here, students, that is LCM will be 30. That is here it will be 30. Now when we take LCM, 30, 15 divided by 30 will be 2. 2 into 1 it will be 2 here, students. So 2 plus 10 into 10 divided by 30 is 3. So it will be 2 plus 3, that is 5. It will be equals to 5 by 30. Right? So 1 by v will be equals to 1 by v will be equals to 5 by 30. So we can say here that when we will make that v to go to the numerator, or v by 1, or simply v, because v by 1 will be equals to v, is equals to 30 divided by 5. That will be equals to 6. So v will be equals to 6. It will be plus 6 centimeter. Okay. So the image which will be formed here, it will be plus 6 centimeter. So the thing that we got is, student, and that is the image position of the position of the image is plus 6 centimeter. Now kind on the nature. So position of image will be equals to plus 6 centimeter behind the mirror. If it is plus, students, what does it tell? It tells that the object is actually forming at the right side. It means it is formed behind the mirror. Behind the mirror. And if it is behind the mirror, it is always virtual and erect. So the nature of the image will be virtual and erect behind the mirror, and just because of that it is positive. So nature and position we got it, students. Now what we have to understand here is the size. How could we get the size of the image? And that is represented by H2. H2. So magnification will be equals to it will be equals to minus V upon U. Minus V upon U. So image distance will be equals to plus 6 centimeter, that we already knew about it, and U is equals to minus 10 centimeter. Now putting the value, we will get the value of a magnification. So M will be equals to minus plus 6 upon minus 10, or we can get it here. This will be minus becomes plus. So m will be equals to 6 by 10 simply. So m will be equals to 0.6. Okay, this will be equals to plus 0.6. So we get the value of a magnification. Why we are doing this, students? We are actually doing this because H2 the size of the object is given, H1 is given, but the size of the image is not given. So in order to get that, we know the formula is m is equals to H2 upon H1. Magnification is not given, as well as the height of the image is also not given. So we have to find it, first of all, the magnification with the help of the object distance and image distance. Using another formula, that is magnification itself, it is equals to it is equals to size of the image upon size of the object. Size of the image upon size of the object. So m will be equals to H2 upon H1. Now magnification itself is equals to 0.6 is equals to H2, that we have to find it, and H1 is given, that is 5 centimeter, which is plus 5 centimeter. So this will be H2 is equals to 0.6 into 5. Now H2 5 into 6 30. Here only one point is there, so 0.3. So H2 will be equals to plus 3 centimeter. Why we are reading? So this plus is actually telling, it help in confirming that the image formed here, it will be what? It is a virtual and erect image. An erect image is formed here, students. Okay, so this is how you can solve the question. You know that, students, that this whole method, it can be simplified very easily, and that can be m is equals to minus v upon u. M is also equals to H2 upon H1, or m is equals to this, m is equals to this. So H2 upon H1, putting this value of m on this one, it will be equals to minus v upon u. Did we get the value from here? Let us see. So H2 and H1. So H2 is, we have to find, H1 is given, that is plus 5 centimeter, is equals to V is given, so minus V is plus 6 centimeter upon minus 10 centimeter. Obviously this will goes to this side, this minus will become plus. So H2 will be equals to H2 upon 5 is equals to 6 upon 10, right? Okay. So I'm doing it again here. H2 upon 5 centimeter. I am not mentioning the 5 plus here, student, it is understood. This minus will become plus. So 6 centimeter upon 10 centimeter. Now see here, what will be the condition which will be get after it. So this 5 centimeter reaches to the other side, and H2 will be equals to 6 centimeter into 5 centimeter upon 10. In a very easy way, we can write here H2 is equals to 6 into 5 upon 10. Now you can see here, this 5 divided by 10 equals to 2, and this 2 divided by 6, that is equals to 3. So H2 will be equals to 3 centimeter. Here simply no minus is there, so we can say that it is a virtual, and it helps in confirming that it is an erect image. So we can write here, since size of the image came in positive value, so the image will be virtual and erect image. Okay, this will help us in telling that the image will be virtual and erect image, student. That is why it is came in a positive sign. If it will be in the negative one, then we will say that here the image is real or inverted. Okay.